6 years later, that flame would be rekindled. The only difference between then and now is that we were more seasoned, more mature.
Like I called Jared and I called Ram and I was like, yo, let's start saving, let's like, set a date, let's start having meetings, let's try to get people, to come together and, do this whole real estate thing over again. Like we set a goal to save $5,000.
Lane said he was serious about, let's get another 5 Gs, let's get 20 people, get $100,000 and let's roll forward. Maybe 50 was too much because he figured 50 was too much. So let's dumb down the numbers, but still have the same dollar amount, but just a little less people. Boom, and I was in. So I got the call, ready to go.
I wasn't that 24-year-old young man who had aspirations of the big house and the fancy car any longer. I was an emotionally, mentally, intellectually, spiritually seasoned individual. I was seeking better health, better relationships. So I got this call the second time, spawned again by Guerlain. He said he was ready. The second time I knew I was ready. The first time took a little bit of convincing, but this time I knew I was ready.
But this time, instead of $2,000 per person, $5,000 per person.
So when the time came, I had my check.
I had my check.
I got my check. And I got mine. The original nucleus was Guerlain, Jared, and myself, as well as Guerlain's brother, James. I had met a number of individuals, but one person who stands out is my partner, Antoine, Mr. Grant, I call him. Antoine was somebody whose demeanor, his confidence was something that was not prideful, it wasn't conceit, but it was something that was convincing. He understood, he knew he had a path, he had certain desires. And based on our conversations, I realized, this is an individual that reminds me of family. At the end of the day, that's exactly what it turned out to be.
I had a debt about, let's say, $20,000. I didn't know I was going to pay it off. So the only way I really could have paid it off was to get jobs so that I can pay it off, get a couple of jobs. So I said, all right, I'll work a couple of full-time jobs here and there, and then I'll still try to do something on the side for myself.
I was working 2 jobs because, I had a family to support and I had goals in life. You can either sit there and be satisfied with status quo, or you can kind of push to get over the top. Coming into the circle with yourself, Jared, Ramses, and the rest of the crew was a blessing because it took a lot of the load off your back trying to do it by yourself.
I always recommend this job to everybody. Become a security guard. Become a security guard. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. The reason why I became a security guard is because security guards are always needed. You can leave one job and the next day have another job. Hey man, I ain't doing great, man. I'm making $8.50 an hour at night. I make $13 in the morning now. That might be a lot better than some of you people out there, but it still ain't that good. So I'm representing the cats that make like $30,000 a year. Who are unskilled, but you still gotta burn desire to do something with yourself, okay?
I always lived below my means, Even when I got the job and I moved in with like my ex-girl and stuff, my apartment was $500. When I set that goal to save the $5,000, that's where all the problems kind of mentally started. Like you're trying to save money, but stuff goes wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like try to do things and like that was the test. That was my test for money. I was going to work, one paycheck would go towards my bills, the other one was going straight in the bank, and I was still going out, still going on vacation, still partying, I was still doing what I wanted to do, still have fun. I was so focused, I was so determined to save that $5,000. I think the last 500 I had to pull off a credit card for the date that we decided to have the $5,000.
We did our research, we looked at our business options, we created an LLC. This LLC allowed us to work together in a legal format as well as build the finances and the income that we needed to be successful as a group. So we structured our group, we assigned responsibility of roles, we met on a regular basis to go over numbers and successes and failures, and we started to analyze and learn from our mistakes. That $60,000 bought us our first investment.
The first home that we tried to purchase was in East Orange, New Jersey. Me and Jared made the least amount of money.
We decided to partner up together. Like the banks wanted you to be 50,000 or whatever. I made 25, they made 26, so we decided to come together and move forward. And we bought the house together on our own name because we made the least amount of money. I was green, I was excited, I wanted to do it. And this is the first house that we bought or whatever, and we had a lot of problems with this house. Matter of fact, I think we sunk like $16,000 to $20,000 into this house in just a year. And that's what happened to you. But you know what? For some strange reason, we weren't upset that we spent all that money. We just laughed about it, like, damn, I can't believe we blew that money or whatever. We just, we just knew we did something wrong. We knew we had the formula. We just thought we bought the wrong house. That was our only problem. The only problem with it, we bought the wrong house. And the reason why we got it, the big reason why for us to get it was because we had to put more money down or whatever. This is 1308 Park Boulevard. We're in Camden. It's the Parkside section of Camden. It's a halfway decent, neighborhood.
And how many bedrooms this house in?
This house has 4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. When we first bought it, you could eat off the basement floor. That's how good this house looked. Everything was brand new. Garbage disposal, carpet. Actually, we were thinking about buying it and keeping it for ourselves so we can work out of here. But we had to make money off of it first. So we decided to rent it. But this is a great house.
Wainwright, that was in the Wake section of Newark. Nice 3-family home. 40 by 100 or something like that, as far as the plot and the land was concerned. But the house itself was, a decent sized house. We get it for like 180.
In late 2002, that second investment turned into another investment before 2003. In 2003, we went over to another investment. So within a short amount of time, or short span of time, what some people would have considered impossible, we didn't have that barrier. We didn't put success in a box and say that we have to achieve it within that box. We broke the walls down and we said we're gonna think outside of the box. Now we have another 10, 12 people to rely on, to support us, to come through in the clutch. So we took the investment approach outside of the box, and we were able to succeed in our investment.
We put the most money into it also. We had to do a lot of things, fixing it up for the Section 8 standards. They wanted things done in a particular way, in a particular fashion. Just getting that done so that it could be inhabitable by the Section 8 people, and we can get the money to pay the mortgage.